Hello everybody, this is Chino Ream signing in for another episode of SC4D. Today I'm going to be bringing you another self-replay, this of one of my TvT League matches versus Ellie Tank. And this is going to be game 1 of 2, as I have another TvT that I want to show you guys. This is my contribution to the Terran art of mirror matches, so we're going to kick this game off. This video is going to cover build order of 111, the DCF, as well as tank use, basically tank primarily, tank Viking use, how you can use your tanks effectively, as well as map control, and how I was able to beat a much bigger maxed out army with upgrades compared to mine with tank placement and such. That will be the second video. This one we're going to focus on map control and the build order. So here we go, let's kick it off. So normal startup, 10 supply, 12 barracks. That's how we do it, just like normal here at a Terran. Right after a 13 refinery, that's going down. You need that gas at 13. And I'm getting a message from Venerade. Slow that down. Casting a match, 1 sec. Alright, throwing up that marine and the orbital command right at 15. You should have enough money perfectly after your SCVs to make 1 marine and your orbital command as soon as the first barracks finishes. And then throwing down your second supply depot right after that. If we look over here, exact same build order going down for the blue player, except he's got an early gas. Now, I do not like the too early of a gas, nothing before 19 or 20 supply or food, because I find it just, see here I get, oh wait, I stand corrected, I got mine at 17. I still suggest not to get it before, like I get it at 19 or 20. When you get your factory down, which should also go down at 19 or 20, because this way, later on, I will end up with a lot less minerals than I'd want and too much gas. If you wait too much longer, like 25, like a normal build, you'll find that you do not have enough gas. So make sure you get that gas around 19. You know, it doesn't kill you to have, well, I guess it depends, just try and get it around 19. And you see I have the Xelnaga tower right there, definitely good help. He pushes with 2 marines, which mine slaughter, because I have 3. As you see, I pushed out with 3 marines, then threw up the tech lab. That's how I do it. Stops any marine rush before you can get out of that first take. And as you can see, I'm switching off the tech lab because I'm going to throw up this factory onto the tech lab, get a quick tank out. This will stop any early aggression from my enemy, because by the time he can get like 3 marauders out, I will have the same amount of marines plus a tank or 2, and it just, there's nothing they can do about it. They're not expecting it. The early push easily defended off with that quick tank. As you can see, I should be getting siege tank very soon as I have enough gas. Constantly making SCVs, don't forget that. Constantly making supply depots. And as you can see, I threw down the reactor, going to get out more marines, and I threw down the starport pretty much right after. And the thing is, most people will switch it for this reactor. I do not switch it. At lower levels, I don't recommend switching it because you will not have enough income on either sides to produce more than 1 medvac at a time, and it's just a waste of economy when you can be producing 2 marines at once, which is much more affordable. Oh, as you can see here, I built 1 supply depot back here. I also built 1 in front. This, I find, helps much more because you'll get warned by the game when this is getting attacked. You don't always see the enemies attacking this when you have 1 here, so I found that a much better idea to put 1 on the other side. Just make sure you don't get supply blocked if it gets killed. So as you can see, 111 going, pretty standard, throwing down my supplies, getting an engineering bay. Maxed out my refinery, starting to max out my mineral field completely, continuing SCVs. I search here and there. Let's see, what do I have searched? I see pretty much exactly what he's doing. I saw the armory, so I know he's getting a, well, he will eventually get a Thor. Thors are good, but I just find in TvT that tanks having more tanks than him is much more viable strategy than Thor's, especially with your Vikings, because one Thor or two Thors will not be able to pick off 4 Vikings very quickly, and by then you're taking pot shots with your tanks and just up ahead. And I should be getting down a new barracks. You should have 2 barracks very soon, right after. I did not get mine down right away. But as you can see, I've got a small force going on here. If he were to attack, before he could get his tank in position, I'd easily defend that off. And what I suggest, which for some reason I made 2 missile turrets, I suggest 1 missile turret and 1 sensor tower. We'll see in the next game how good sensor towers are in TvT. Great units to use. And I just wish I had thrown up a sensor tower just in case instead, because it's very effective. You put it like right about here, no chance of being dropped because you'll see it right away. And you pick up your units and just pull them over, and they're the ones surprised because your units are waiting for them. So definitely think about getting sensor towers up. Definitely worth it. As you can see, I'm coming in here with a drop. I'm going to take one quick break to take a drink. Alright, sorry about that. As you can see, going in for the drop, I'm going to try and do any economical damage as I can. I got 1 tank and a bunch of Marines in here. Here is a Thor. He's got his Thor, he's got tank, some Marauders. I only have Marines and tanks. And let's see as I take out his economy. Still hasn't reacted quite yet. Still hasn't reacted, so pulls away his SCVs, and now he's coming in here. This is where you'd want to try and pick up your units again and get them out of here, as I'm not going to win in this fight, but I definitely have a solid chance. I'm taking that Thor down, but he is being healed, I think. And yeah, his forces take down mine. I should have tried to save them as much as possible. But of course, as I am doing that, I am producing more units. As you can see, I finally got my second barracks down. I've got these producing, so this is my force. Still very strong against his. And he is not producing. This is a platinum match, by the way, both platinum players, so I may have the upper advantage in skill against this player, but still this is a platinum level game, and his economy is quite a bit affected. I should have this up. As you can see, yeah, my economy a bit ahead of resources. He's got a lot and he's not spending as much. As you can see, I threw down the command center after my drop. You know, attack and expand. I'm going to have a much better economy. I've got a strong defense, which I know he cannot break with his MM ball. All I need to get out is more Marines and Marauders as soon. Yep, I got it up. I got Marauders and Marines coming, so I have fodder for the attack. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit. That's the build order section of this video. As you can see, I threw down, as you go along in the game, you want to throw down more production units because you want to be able to use more things. And as you can see, he has a drop. He doesn't have a drop coming. I wasn't sure. I saw it coming because of this, but I wasn't too sure if he was dropping or not, so I sent my Vikings over and take that out. Yeah, he's just searching with his medevacs, I guess. Apparently I still had a medevac back there, which just died. As you can see, his force building up, and right now would probably, if he ran his units up to mine, he would probably be able to take them out. I just need to get all my... I should have a third Rax coming down soon. But, you know, one thing at a time. I've got mules I should be using, because now that I know his unit composition, gotta get those mules out. I don't need to scan as much. Still good to use 1 or 2, and I've got a ball out so I can defend against pretty much whatever he throws at me until his tanks siege in. And here we go. I'm going to show this from my perspective. Slow this down. See, this is my perspective as the game. I can see pretty much everything he has. 1, because of this, and 2, because of my Vikings. And because of it, my units are just much ahead. Let's show that battle again from my perspective. Speed it up a bit, speed it up a bit, see when he's coming. Should be throwing down a... Alright, here we go. Now what you're going to see is his units run in, and my units clash with his, but my tanks are going to have sight advantage. So look at this, I've got sight over here, I've got my Vikings coming over to to poke in and just see what he's got. And micro them effectively. That's what I'm pretty much